Daniela's dad talking about Manon in such a public way and saying things like 5 members is okay and come back when you're ready to work is obviously racially motivated.
So it's official. It was just announced that Manon is leaving Katseye indefinitely for a temporary hiatus away from the group.
Daniela's dad may have just confirmed that Manon is never coming back to Katseye. And fans are not taking this lightly. Because in case you missed it, Manon's temporary withdrawal from group activities was officially confirmed, with the reason being that she needed to focus on her health. And at first, Eyekons were sad, but they weren't panicking. But then Daniela's dad started talking, and the way that he commented made it sound like this wasn't temporary at all. It gave the impression that Manon was already done with the group, and fans immediately picked up on that energy. Some people even started calling him out, accusing him of not liking Manon, and others went as far as bringing up his alleged political views and labeling him racist, saying that's why he never supported her. Now, even before this hiatus, Manon was already being pushed to the back. She was missing promos, barely visible in choreo, and it started feeling like the group was moving on without her. I had mentioned this before, and now fans feel like they're watching it happen in real time.
But according to Manon on Reverse, she said that she is physically fine. She is just taking time for herself and that things are beyond her control, which has many people speculating that this hiatus was not her decision.
So first, let's talk about Manon's stepping back, because this didn't just randomly happen overnight like people are trying to act. It was officially announced that Manon would be taking a break from Katseye activities until further notice so that she could focus on her health and well-being. Something else that immediately stood out to me, they never said when she's coming back, which honestly made everything feel way more unsettling, because now it's like we're stuck in this long waiting game with no answers. Normally, when someone takes a break, there's at least some kind of reassurance, even if it's vague. This time, there wasn't even that. And what makes this even more concerning is that this has already been happening for a while now. This wasn't her first break. Back in August of 2025, she had to miss Katseye's Summer Sonic performance in Tokyo because of health issues. And that was a huge moment for the group. Everyone was there except her. Then it happened again in December. She didn't perform at their Seattle concert either. Same reason, health. So this pattern was already there. She'd be gone, and then she'd come back, then she'd be gone again. But now with this latest break, things didn't just stay quiet and respectful like they should have, because out of nowhere, Daniela's dad decided to say something publicly, and it instantly made everything worse. Raphael Avanzini went online and wrote this: "The show must go on, with or without a member. Katseye is bigger than one girl." Screenshots started spreading immediately. People were reposting it everywhere, and not long after that, the comment was deleted. But by then, it didn't matter. Everyone had already seen it, and fans were not happy. One person wrote, "Parents involving themselves in group drama is always a massive red flag." This comment from Daniela's dad is so incredibly disrespectful to Manon and the rest of the girls. Another said, "Ugh, I'd be so embarrassed if I was Daniela." Not putting any of that on her, she can't control what her dad posts, but this is just so, I'd be seething with rage. So is Daniela saying things about Manon at home? Because why else would her dad feel comfortable posting this? And that right there made everything feel even messier. Because if you really think about it, they kind of have a point. Daniela and Manon could literally be standing next to each other on stage, smiling, acting normal, doing all the group things, but that doesn't mean everything is actually normal behind the scenes. Because that level of confidence from Daniela's dad didn't just come from nowhere. And the worst part is, this isn't even the first time that he's said something that came off racist. Old comments started resurfacing, and one of them involved Blackpink's Lisa. There was a Facebook comment allegedly from his account during a fan debate comparing Daniela and Lisa as dancers. And instead of just praising his daughter, he said, "If you have to ask Daniela, much better trained. Plus, she's also Latina, major advantage against Asian dancers. Her hips are untouchable." Now, reading that back, it just makes everything worse for him, because how do you even defend that? Someone literally said, "So Weebin knew he was racist, he got got a problem with everyone except the white members. And looking back, the signs were there because in 2025, Daniela's family hosted this big Thanksgiving celebration. It looked warm, happy, everyone together, the whole family vibe, except Manon wasn't there.
How was Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving was so good, you guys. I was spending it with like my friends. And all of a sudden I go online and it's like mayhem.
Why is Manon the only one not there again? Manon said no thanks. Poor Manon. Why do they exclude her?
I'm like, sorry?
At the time, it didn't seem like a big deal, which honestly made sense. Not everyone celebrates the same way, and she has her own life outside of the group, so people moved on. But now, looking at everything that's happening, that moment is starting to feel different. And then another clip started spreading again, and this one made people even more uncomfortable. It's a video of someone directly asking why Daniela was so mean to Manon.
Someone said, why is Danny so mean to Manon?
No.
What are you talking about?
She's like, let's talk about it.
Alright.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
No, absolutely not. She's my sister. Like, we fight like
From another
siblings.
mister.
Literally. No, we fight like siblings because we're so close. Like, she's my roommate.
We get on each other's throats.
But I love her. She's mean to me.
Another thing that resurfaced was Daniela hanging out with Naisha, who had already been accused before of shading Manon. And seeing them together again now has people questioning things all over again. And then there's something even older that people went back to. Pop Star Academy, specifically Daniela's behavior when Manon first joined the training process. At the time, it just looked like a normal trainee session, but now people are rewatching those scenes with completely different eyes.
I'm so tired. I had to wait ages for like my luggage, but now I'm here. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
She liked a post, and it wasn't just any post, it was one calling out the mistreatment and racism Black members face in girl groups.
The fact that none of the group members have spoken out for Manon, none of them have used their Instagrams to speak out for her, and how Manon is now another Black girl subjected to racism and labeled mistreatment yet again.
What makes this even harder to ignore is that she had already been getting called the lazy member way before this break ever happened. And it wasn't just once or twice, it kept following her. And the whole time, Hybe never really stepped in to shut that down. They just stayed quiet while the label kept sticking to her. So she was already dealing with all of that before she even stepped away. There's also this other moment that people keep bringing up now. She went to a concert and she shouted, "Free Palestine." It was loud enough that people noticed, clips started spreading, and ever since then, some people believe that might have changed things for her behind the scenes. One comment that's been circulating literally said, could it be related to her attending the concert for Palestine and yelling, "Free Palestine"? Some reports are even claiming that this could be the start of her going solo, and we've literally seen this happen before. Think about Fifth Harmony. Normani didn't just disappear overnight. It started slow. She was still there, still a part of the group, but you could just feel the shift. Then, eventually, she stepped into her own thing completely. Same with Mel B and the Spice Girls. Same with Leanne Pinnock from Little Mix. It never starts with some huge dramatic announcement. It is way more subtle than that. And looking at what's happening right now, you can see why people are starting to question it. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think she's actually coming back, or does this feel like the beginning of something else? Do you think this was her choice, or do you think that things are already shifting behind the scenes? Let me know what you think in the comments, because right now we are all just watching, and whatever happens next could change everything.